On behalf of the University of Alabama's Education Abroad Office, welcome to our Education Abroad classroom presentation. We look forward to working with you to plan your abroad experience. First, let's discuss why students study abroad. You may have your own goals for your international experience, but some of the main reasons students give for studying abroad include becoming a more global citizen, immersing themselves in a new culture, enhancing their employment opportunities, and experiencing the world, all while earning academic credit. Enhanced employability is a major reason that students decide to study abroad. If you knew that going abroad could increase your chance of getting hired, increase your starting salary, or increase your chances of being admitted into graduate school, would you do it? 73% of employers cited study abroad as important when evaluating resumes for junior level positions. An abroad experience is a resume booster that you do not want to miss out on.
Before we continue, let's first dispel a few myths about studying abroad. Myth number 1. You have to be fluent in a foreign language to study abroad. Actually, the language of instruction for many study abroad programs is English. Of course, for those students who want to study a foreign language while abroad, that is also possible. For language-specific programs, the language requirements vary by program from beginner to advanced. Myth number 2. You should only study abroad in the summer, since studying abroad for a semester will delay graduation. Actually, students study abroad for a semester and even a year, along with programs in the summer. If you work closely with your academic advisor and study abroad advisor, you will be able to find a program that offers classes needed to fulfill your requirements for a degree at UA and allow you to graduate on time. Myth number 3. Only certain majors can study abroad. Actually, students from all majors are encouraged to incorporate a study abroad experience into their academic plan. Talk to your academic advisor as well as the Education Abroad Office as soon as possible about including study abroad in your college experience. Finally, myth number 4. I can't afford to study abroad. Actually, study abroad can be affordable. If you start planning ahead, students can start saving now, apply their financial aid, or use applicable scholarships to fund study abroad programs. Some study abroad programs are at a similar cost, if not less, than studying at the University of Alabama.
Now, let's talk about some examples of program types. First, we will discuss faculty-led programs. UA in Europe, Climate, Water, Glaciers, and History is an example of one of these programs. Faculty-led programs, as mentioned in Study Abroad 101, are programs where a UA faculty member takes usually UA students abroad. These programs typically occur during a summer semester. However, we do have a few semester-long programs as well. Students pay in-state tuition for all faculty-led programs. There are also additional travel fees included in the student's billable and non-billable expenses. Most students typically pay about $7,275 for 7 credit hours on this program, which is cheaper than 7 hours for an out-of-state student at $9,310. Faculty-led programs offer between 3 and 12 credit hours. UA in Europe visits several different locations in Austria, Germany, and Italy, and the students will get geography and honors credits. Meet with your Education Abroad advisor today to learn more about this program and others. UA in Italy is another example of one of our faculty-led programs. This particular program offers a core humanities course and some additional upper-level elective English courses. This program visits each of the major Italian destinations featured in Shakespeare's plays: Venice, Rome, Florence, and Sicily. Students will select 2 classes, getting 6 hours of credit at the average total cost of $9,100. $425, which makes it slightly more expensive than what a typical out-of-state student would pay at UA for 6 hours at $7,980. Meet with your Education Abroad advisor today to learn more about this program or find one that is a perfect fit for you.
Mannheim University is an example of one of our exchange partner institutions. Exchange programs, as you learned in Study Abroad 101, are programs where UA has an exchange agreement with the international institution. This is so that UA students get to pay the same UA tuition in order to attend exchange institutions. These programs are offered for a year or semester term. Students on exchange programs must be full-time enrolled, so taking at least 12 credit hours worth of courses. Majors that typically can attend Mannheim University are English, German, Poli-Sci, International Relations, Business, Arts, and Humanities. Each exchange institution offers different programs for different majors. Meet with your Education Abroad advisor to find the right program for you. University College Dublin is an example of a direct enroll institution. Direct enroll institutions, like you learned in Study Abroad 101, are programs where UA has a direct enroll agreement with the international institution. Direct enrolls allow students to attend the international institution for a semester or a year while not losing their UA student status. Tuition for direct enroll institutions are based off the tuition cost for visiting international students at that institution. University College Dublin's tuition is approximately $9,900. Students attending UCD must be full-time enrolled, so taking at least 12 credit hours of courses. Majors that typically can attend UCD are arts, humanities, social sciences, business, education, engineering, health, law, nursing, psychology, sciences, and sports. Direct enroll programs can be a cost-saving way to study abroad for students who are confident with their study abroad experience and want to be an international student for a semester. Each direct enroll institution offers different programs for different majors, so meet with your Education Abroad advisor to find the right program for you.
Chonam National University in Gwangju, South Korea is affiliated with the University Studies Abroad Consortium, or USAC for short. USAC is one of our affiliates. Affiliates, as you learned in Study Abroad 101, are third-party providers that help UA offer program options that otherwise would not be available to UA students. Students are billed by the program provider or the host institution and pay fees directly to the provider. Students will not pay UA tuition to the University of Alabama. The only thing you will pay is the UA study abroad fee. These programs can be offered during a summer session, a semester, or a year term. Students who study for a semester or a year must be full-time enrolled, so taking at least 12 credit hours of courses. If you decide to study abroad in the summer, it may be possible to take just 3 or 6 credits. Majors that typically can attend Chonam National University are business administration, economics, biology, engineering, English, political science, psychology, and Korean studies. We work with 15 affiliates and they offer a variety of programs for different majors. One popular affiliate program we have is at the Universitat Autonoma de Barcelona in Barcelona, Spain. This program is provided by CIS Abroad, and UA students will receive an exclusive $250 off the program cost if they attend for a semester, and $100 off if they attend a summer session. This university is very popular with UA students because it offers classes in a wide variety of disciplines. So if you have a friend who's a Spanish major and you're an economics major, you could both easily study here.
Okay, now that you know the different program types, what are you actually looking for when you search for a program? These are many factors that can influence your decision when picking a program. We produced a list of questions to get you started. When it comes to picking a university abroad, You need to know if they offer the courses that you're looking for. For example, if you're a marketing major, do they have a marketing department at the institution abroad? Also, are you sure that the start and end of your classes meets your needs? If the abroad institution's fall semester does not end until February, but you know you have to be back to start classes at the University of Alabama in January, that program is probably not a viable option. Another important factor when looking for the perfect program is the location. What countries are you interested in? Do you want to study in a specific language? What is the weather like there? These are all questions you will want to ask yourself before picking a program location.
Now that you know how to search for an institution and location, what are you looking for when picking a provider? If you are working with a provider that hosts a study abroad program, see what is offered in addition to the academics. Do they have the housing options you desire? Homestays, apartments, dorms? Do they have scholarships you can apply for? Are there excursions to other cities included in the program? Do they have airport pickup? Most providers offer excursions, but excursions can vary greatly. For instance, some excursions are a tour of the local city on foot, while others are a weekend trip to a neighboring country. Providers can be a valuable resource for your time abroad, but we need to think about what we want providers to provide and pick the best one for our needs.
Participation in a UA exchange, affiliate, non-affiliate, or direct enroll program requires that you submit transfer equivalencies for those courses taken abroad so that they can be determined prior to your departure. This is called the course equivalency process. Here are a few things to consider in this process. The more research you do on the courses during your program search, the better the process will be. This process takes time, so make sure you start early. Finally, the course equivalency process does not apply for faculty-led programs. We host a weekly course equivalency workshop on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. where we can answer any questions you may have about the process.
Now let's look at some of the factors associated with the cost of studying abroad. Each program has its own unique cost, influenced by a variety of factors. Factors such as tuition, program length, exchange rate, housing, meals, and destination all determine the cost of a program. It's always a good idea to compare the cost of the program abroad to the cost of studying at UA to get a better perspective on the cost of your abroad experience. One of the keys to making study abroad affordable is to plan ahead. There are many study abroad scholarships, but they have deadlines well in advance of departure dates. Also, you may be able to use federal financial aid towards your program. Students wishing to use financial aid will need to do this in consultation with UA's Student Financial Aid Office. Finally, UA tuition scholarships may also apply to your study abroad program. Students wishing to use their tuition scholarships will need to do this in consultation with UA's Undergraduate Scholarship Office. We host a weekly Money Matters workshop on Wednesdays at 2:30 p.m. where we can answer any questions you may have about funding your time abroad.
Remember back to the time when you had to apply to the University of Alabama? There was a lot of paperwork and deadlines to meet. The same thing applies to study abroad. We are here to help you through the steps, but it is important that you stick to the deadlines since it will allow for a smoother application process. If students are interested in studying abroad during the summer, there may be payment deadlines that are set in early spring. If students are interested in studying abroad for the semester or a year, we ask that students come to the Education Abroad office approximately a year in advance to prepare for their upcoming adventure.
If you have done your research and you know which program you want to participate in, go ahead and apply today. You can start the process by clicking the Apply Now button on the application page. Remember, depending on the program you select, you may have 1 or 2 applications to complete. If you still have any questions about the process, you're new to international travel, or want to get advice about your study abroad plan, contact the Education Abroad office and set up an appointment with your advisor. We are happy to walk you through the process and provide insight that will help you find the program that fits you best. You can also contact the faculty-led director or communicate with your study abroad program provider directly. Not all steps are required, but all are available to you.
Thank you for listening to our Education Abroad classroom presentation. To see more information about study abroad, including upcoming events, scholarship giveaways, or feature programs, visit our Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter accounts at Bama Study Abroad. Want to read about the real UA student experience? Check out Bama Bloggers Abroad, where students share their real, raw, and honest stories about their time abroad.